President Biden is reportedly gearing up to take the first steps toward regulating cryptocurrency.
The expected executive order comes as Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have experienced massive price drops over the past week. This has sparked some concern over the state and future of the digital assets.
To discuss this, we want to bring in David Waxman. He is the CEO of Waxman, a crypto public relations firm. David, welcome. I'm so glad we're talking about this because it's always seemed to me that cryptocurrency, the idea of this currency that exists outside of government regulation, wasn't meant to last. At a certain point, governments were going to say, hey, guys, we need to regulate this a little bit. Is this the beginning of the end in that sense?
Well, people have been saying that Bitcoin was going to die for many years, ever since the very beginning. And all it's ever done is make it stronger. What we've seen, in fact, is that when countries shut down Bitcoin, it tends to be even more resilient, and very often the price actually moves up. The recent price drop, for example, I believe that's just temporary. And it's very likely that we're going to go and see all-time highs in the years to come.
We mentioned earlier the prices have dropped significantly this past week. Why is that? And is the volatility a big deal?
Well, Bitcoin, for example, which is by far and away the largest cryptocurrency and the one that drives the price of some of the other ones, is unfortunately quite tied right now to equities markets. And so we've seen that the stock market has been going up and down like crazy. And in much the same way, so too has Bitcoin and cryptocurrency prices in the last week.
Why is it tied to equity markets? Can you explain that?
Many people like to think that the discretionary income from people that lets them invest in assets like stocks is the same type of money that's being used to invest in Bitcoin and other digital assets. And so when things go down, people cash out. And we tend to see the exact same effect happening in equities markets as we do in the Bitcoin market.
Can you also explain how the tensions between Ukraine and Russia are impacting cryptocurrency right now?
So Ukraine actually happens to be one of the top 10 countries in the world where cryptocurrencies are the most popular. It's actually the 10th country in the world with the most crypto earnings or winnings, you can say, over the last few years. And as a result of that, you see crypto developers there, crypto businesses there, and you see a lot of people willing to accept Bitcoin and other digital assets. So one might think, and it's possible, that if there were tensions and tensions were to escalate, that a lot of businesses might use cryptocurrency as a means of payment, or at the very least, a store of value, a place for you to keep your money safe in the event that there's an issue with the banks.
And so what are you looking to see out of this expected executive order?
So, yes, indeed. Biden is expected to come out and ask for almost every conceivable government department, from the Department of State to the Department of Energy to Commerce to the FTC, to weigh in on what they think all of the U.S. government should do. This is going to be the first time the U.S. government will have a comprehensive plan for when it comes to cryptocurrencies, and that will happen by the second half of the year. What I think is going to happen is that the government is going to think about this thoroughly. I'm guessing that they're going to be asking for companies in the industry, individuals, and people on both sides to weigh in. I'm hoping that there's going to be clarity, because one fascinating thing that's happened over the last year is that the United States has vaulted to the front of the pack. More innovation is happening in America in the cryptocurrency industry than any other place. China, when they banned it, essentially gave up. And the U.S. has an opportunity to take the lead and keep it permanently.
To anyone who has invested in cryptocurrency, what is your advice right now?
My advice is hold. That's all I can say.
Hold. You think the prices are going to keep going up?
I think over time. I think it's the smart thing to do, especially when it comes to Bitcoin, is buy and hold. At least that's the old adage that's worked so far.
Right.
You heard it here on CBS News. David Waxman,
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for your time.
David.